Hi team, my name is Mr. Powell. Welcome to the first installment of our Introduction to Canadian History Anglophile series of printables and mini lessons. At Knowable World, we teach history as the revelation and explanation of the world we live in. In this free series, we are going to learn about the history of Canada. You can watch these videos one at a time as they are released on YouTube, but you can also go to the Knowable World website for the full printables package and complete video series, including the timeline and activity pack for this entire series available on demand, all for free. It's all there at knowableworld.com. We're going to begin in the present. That's because at Knowable World, we always connect history to the world we live in. For Canadians and Americans alike, Canadian history is a puzzle that amounts to why Canada? Why is there such a country? It's a lot like the United States, and the two generally have a very good and close relationship, except perhaps under the current president. Both countries started around the same time, and both exist because they were once part of the British Empire. But for some reason, they split and have remained separate. And they've become quite different things. They are about the same size, but the population of the United States is about 10 times the population of Canada. The United States has become a colossus and is the world police power. Canada, its neighbor to the north, has a kindler, gentler reputation. Americans have been known to pretend to be Canadian when they're traveling abroad, such as by pinning Canadian flags onto their backpacks. Canada is a country that is known for its flag, of course, which we'll cover in the final lesson of the series. But today, we are going to focus on the nature of Canada as a culture today, which can best be captured by the word multiculturalism. Multiculturalism became a defining feature of Canada when its Prime Minister, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, created two new laws, starting with the Official Languages Act. This law, passed in 1960, said that Canada should have two official languages, English and French. We'll learn why as we go through this series, but the simple answer is that one Canadian province, Quebec, was settled by France and is filled with French-speaking people with a unique culture. By the way, for those of you Americans and others tuning in, Canada has provinces instead of states. But for most purposes, they can be thought of as the same thing. Provinces, like states in America, have their own government and unique laws, but they are part of a union that has one government. In this case, in the capital of Canada, which is Ottawa. So having two official languages is part of what makes Canada a multicultural country. This idea is called bilingualism. But bi means two, and multi means many. So we're not quite there yet. The multi in multiculturalism has two main parts, in addition to French and English. One is the native people of Canada, referred to as the First Nations. Like America, Canada was populated by many different tribal people before the arrival of the Europeans, from the Algonquins of Quebec to the Haida people of what is now British Columbia in the West, who are famous for their totem poles. Recognizing the contribution of native people to the identity of Canada is part of Canadian multiculturalism. Another part is immigrants. Canada is a country very open to immigration, and people have come from all over the world to live there. People from China, India, Africa, and virtually every part of the world have become proud Canadians. You'll find a Chinatown in just about every Canadian city. You'll find great food from all over the world. And many cultural festivals celebrate the cultures from around the world that have combined to make modern Canada. The story of how Canada became the modern multicultural country that it is is where we turn in our next lesson with the arrival of the French. See you then.